Greetings, this is IE421 Group 3's project on VR visualization of packets and order books. So some prerequisites to get out of the way. In order to have the API work, you got to make sure to have the database. Go to this path right here and make sure you have these three files. And you'll also want to make sure you are running on the source folder, or running the server. So we'll want to activate the virtual environment. Hard to type with a headset on. Okay, so now that that's, well, it was already running, I never turned it off. We'll want to make sure we're in the source folder, and then we can go ahead and Flask run. Alright, now that's starting up, we actually have the project in an executable that you can run if you go to this path right here, builds, and then you'll want to start this one up. And this essentially runs it without you having to download the editor and go through all that. It's a lot better. So here we are in the data book order book visualization scene. Let me go ahead and nudge the server because that tends to help it unfreeze. There we go. And over here we've got the crypto order book, and this is actually pulled from live data from Alpaca. You can go ahead and set a symbol, Bitcoin, and then play order book. And as you can see, we have the live data here, timestamp, current timestamp, the symbol, and this 0 orders, it means it's a fractional order at that price. It's not a full order. It just truncates, just weird Unity C# stuff. Essentially, we can go ahead and choose between different symbols. Now, that's a little crazy, but this data is still accurate down here. So if you want to know the size and the price, then you can see it down here. Let's go back to Bitcoin. I could go through and show that it's actually working. ETH, USDT, Sol, Doge. Okay, and then go back to Bitcoin. Let's head over to the stock table. So over here, this is the order book, which uses historical stock information, not live information, because that's quite expensive. So we can actually check the database we want to get from the NASDAQ or the IEX database. Let's go NASDAQ. Set the size, number of ticks to see in the animation, and then finally symbols. Let's go with Google. 500, NASDAQ, play the order book, and as you can see here, we've got the order book playing out like so. We got the symbol, we got the timestamp, it's ticking up like every 0.01, 0.05 seconds or something like that. It plays out, and you can see the order book jumping around, doing its thing as we progress through the timestamp. Every single time you press confirm, makes another API call. So let's say we want to check out another symbol, another size, another exchange. We want to go ahead and reset it, get the bid and ask up here again. Let's go Netflix 100 IEX. And if we go ahead and do that, we got the data from IEX on Netflix. You can see right here. You can go ahead and play around with that. We can pause it. You can see that's if we want to check something in particular, and then we can play it again, and it continues. Let's head over to the packet visualization scene next. Okay, so this is the packet visualization scene. The idea was to show the movement of packets throughout the continental US via since it's a multicast, that means that the packet gets received by anybody who's listening. And to make this work, we went ahead and made it so that packets are, we went ahead and made it so that packets travel from a bunch of other exchanges and firms besides just IEX, which is where our data mainly comes from. So essentially the source is randomized, but the packet information is not. So we can go ahead and jump down there. So over here, you can see that we have something called the New York meganode, which is basically, since the concentration of firms and exchanges is so high in New York and Chicago, we'll see that later, we have that representation here of the New York area. So anything coming in or going out here shows up in one of these and comes from or goes to one of these exchanges. So we can go ahead and grab a packet right here. This one was from CME Data. This is the data center in Aurora. That one's way over there, and we'll get to that. But essentially, we have the packet information from IEX and the origin. And this is actually color-coded to the origin. So like this sandy one actually is from Miami. If I can go ahead and grab it. There we go. Miami Stock Exchange right here. Okay, and we got the NASDAQ Boston up here. We got these firms and exchanges. We got the Philadelphia Stock Exchange down here. Let's head down to Miami Stock Exchange. And as you can see, this was just put here to round out the map, honestly. It was listed as a major exchange, but I thought it'd be pretty cool to see the packets going all over the map instead of just between these two major areas. Let's head over to Chicago now. And there's the Aurora Center. That one actually is far enough that we can represent it separately. But this is the Chicago area mega node. And we've got some exchanges here. And stock exchanges, firms. And we can go ahead and grab more packets. This one's from CME. We can grab brown one. This one's from NYSE, NASDAQ. Essentially, they're all going out there. So I'll head back up to wrap up this demo. So overlooking the entire packet visualization demo, this was the IE421's Group 3's project on packet visualization and order book visualization for crypto and regular historical stock data.